What I would like to talk about is enablers and challenges in the rooftop industry. The second would be the quality concerns in the rooftop and the best practices, what we do in Bosch. Solar rooftop in India is on the roll. Yeah, we have, if you look at solar as such, we have already grown by about 76% growth when compared to 2015. And if you look at in terms of the number of gigawatts, what we have done close to about 12 to 13 gigawatts, of which rooftop is about 1.3 gigawatts, which is very small when you compare it to countries such as US or Germany, or in the case of Australia, which is anywhere ranges from 90 to 50%. So we are a long way off. And if you look at the phase, what we are in market facilitation phase. We are between a market facilitation phase and a self-replicating stage. When I mean market facilitation stage, it is like governments like MNRE and nodal agencies pushing the whole stakeholders to achieve higher growth rates. But when I look at the self-replicating stage, it is like industries, C&I segments coming in, residents coming in, all jumping into the bandwagon, all jumping into this party to ensure that rooftop grows in a big way. But when is this inflection point going to take place? If you actually see, if you're going to hit the 40 gigawatt, which is the vision, which is their target, it seems to be a really enormous target. In the next 5 years to hit this target is really a challenge. From what I understand from the Bridge to India, they're talking about 13 gigawatts, sorry. And 13 gigawatts in the next 5 years is once again an exponential growth rates. And a lot of these stakeholders are involved in each of these growth rates, right? But let us look at the developers and consumers. Why are they here in this party? They are here to make money. It's a simple thing. They find that they are making it's profitable for them, reducing the energy cost, because 8 to 10% of the energy cost is there in any company. They want to bring down these costs, and that's why they are there. And if you look at the issue, for them, a good marketing on the brochure, which works very well, is the carbon footprints. Yeah, that's nice to go on a marketing brochure. But if you look at in terms of this thing, what are the issues which they're facing is in terms of net metering, in terms of government approvals. These are the issues which they face. If you look at in terms of for developers, a BBB minus rated company would fetch a loan at a higher rates compared to a AAA rated company. And that's a big challenge today to most big companies across the country here. In India has got just about 70 AAA rated companies. You can imagine the number of companies which are out there at BBB, etc. Yeah. You look at the government agencies, Hiren explained everything. The issue which we face here is that for the rooftop growth is the net metering policies. If ever it has to be, in a very simple way, it is done, rooftop can really catapult into a different growth stages itself. Discoms, we know that discoms during the peak demand, it helps them during the daytimes. And, but the issue with discoms is that they have financial sustenance issues are there. But coming down to the EPCs, EPCs are the people who are setting up these rooftops, and there are many EPCs in the MNRE, in their database which is there. But due to the downward pressure of the prices and the tariff rates hitting the lowest points, you find that most EPCs are driving towards reducing costs, call it design optimization, call it material optimization. The quality is it's really becoming really a problem. If you look at the recent survey, over 60% of the CEOs believe that the solar plant might not last for the next 25 years. And in the case of rooftops, you are giving the rooftop to a EPC, which is the most important part of your roof, you are giving it to an EPC. It's very important what kind of a quality infrastructure is being put, because it has to last for the next 25 years. And this is a key. You look at the kind of workmanship quality, yeah? I'm just talking about only the workmanship, not even getting into materials. With this kind of a market, if this kind of an issues which are there, it is only going to hamper the PPAs, it is going to hamper the investments, it is going to hamper the people around, whoever is installing the rooftops, yeah? But what is it going to create in terms of a market? It is going to create opportunities for EPCs like us, because we already have companies coming down and saying that, listen, somebody has set up a rooftop, this is not working now, it is a profitable venture today for most companies which are there, which are good quality companies, to enter into this segment, and it is going to be a reality. In Bosch, we always believed you might as well lose trust rather than money. Lose money rather than trust, sorry about that, but this is what, and for us, this is the DNA of the company, yeah? And if you actually see, Bosch invests close to 7% of our sales turnover on R&D, which is which is almost about, out of 70 billion euro, we invest about close to 2.5 billion euro. And we have products which every year we register about 6,750 patents in a day, which means about 18 patents. So for us, quality is something, it's a part of our DNA. So how do we do that in Bosch? We have a set of processes and procedures which we implement. Now, cheap and best is just a myth, ladies and gentlemen. Quality and a brand comes at a price, yeah? And quality processes and systems are the ones which will ensure that the plant lasts for a long time. And we have a set of processes which we have there, which quality and safety becomes an enabling process right at our project management life cycle. And there are various stages which we take the quality through. If you look at safety, most rooftops, if you actually see, 90% of the rooftops do not have a walkways, do not have access to the roofs in the industries. The first thing what we focus on to see to that, how do we ensure somebody can walk up to the roof, clean the roof, and how do we ensure that we maintain the roof? You can set up a rooftop solar power plant, but without a walkway, without a safety barrier, without a lifeline, for the next 25 years, how does somebody ensure that the generation takes place? Now, this is the most important thing. A lot of people set up rooftops, but do they really maintain the quality of the rooftops? Do they ensure that preventive maintenance takes place? This is what we ensure that we do. And this is what we would like most of our players in this segment to ensure that they focus on the quality. So what do we do? I mean, we are, if you look at some of the, we have solutions for various rooftops across different types of rooftops, walkways, handrails. The way we move the material itself is a different, is a way we do it differently. And if you see what Bosch does, Bosch is there in this industry from the last 5 years, and we have done up to 100 megawatt installations, various different kinds of installations. For example, notable would be the Cochin International Airport, one in the Bangalore International Airport. We won a couple of awards on the Intersolar. We have done something on the, for example, for Suzuki. And with this, I would like to end the presentation. I would like to tell that it is important to, it is better to invest, pay anywhere from 30 to 40 lakhs, little more to a EPC rather than lose up to 10 times more money over a 25-year life cycle. With that, I would like to end the presentation. Thank you.
Oh. Honorable guest, you are surprising me by your timing. Thank you very much. Thank you for keeping time. It was really impressive to learn about high quality investment systems, and I think that this is the moment when I can say that at the ministry we were trying at least to sort out some of the problems, for example, roof availability. So we try to investigate good practices and distribute these good practices to other states where tenders are organized. So this is part of our work, and if you have some good practices, something what you can show to others, not necessarily promote in your company, but you know, the way how the program should be implemented, all of you, you are welcome, and we are ready to analyze it, and if it's worth, we will distribute it. So thank you once more for your presentation, and I would like to ask Mr. Manoj Singhal, Delhi Metro. Please, floor is yours, more or less 7 minutes. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Is it working?
It should work.
Audible. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, at the onset, I would like to express my gratitude to MNRE for providing us an opportunity to share our experience. We embarked on this journey in August 2014, and with an ambitious program of commissioning 20 megawatts by August 2017, and keeping in with the trend of DMRC, we have been able to commission this by 31st of July. The 20 megawatt capacity on our rooftops has been commissioned. Now, I would like to not stick to the presentation because there is a time limit of 7 minutes. So, presentation, I think these will be circulated to all the participants here. And I will, wherever required, I will show you some quick slides to give you a pictorial view what we have actually utilized there. So the basic thing is that we identified that the the roofs which are available to us are of three different types. The flat roofs, which are rarity in our case, the curved roofs and the inclined sheds, which are in our stations as well as depots. And these roofs cannot be utilized for any other purpose. So when we were introduced by GIZ, we requested them to carry out a detailed project report for all three scenarios, what kind of a structure is required, how this can be made possible. And we are thankful to them. They came up with detailed project reports in a very short period of time. And then we embarked on this journey. And in case of Faridabad corridor, the corridor which we commissioned, the corridor was commissioned by the Honorable Prime Minister. There, all the 9 stations were provided with rooftop solar, as well as the depots, and the total capacity was 2.2 megawatt. And this is meeting the entire daytime auxiliary power requirement of the station through solar. So this is one of the first corridor in India, not only in India, rather in the world, which is meeting the auxiliary power requirement through these renewable energies. Then, as I told you, the land being precious, so we decided to utilize the rooftops, because land, we don't have pockets, and those pockets, whatever are available in our depots, are to be utilized for some other building constructions and maintaining our rolling stock requirements. And it made more sense also because of the commercial viability. Over last 5 years, our tariffs were increasing at the rate of 20%, and practically in 5 years, the tariff was doubled, whereas the tariffs for the solar were gradually coming down, and on an average, we are having a saving of around 1.5 to 1.6 rupees per unit. So it makes a commercial sense also to go for solar in our case. MNRE has been very supportive to us. They have been sanctioning regular CFAs, and they have given us the status of implementing agencies. Keeping in view our reputation in the market, we have been ensuring transparency as well as accountability. We have ensured that all tenders, developers are selected through open tender process, and we have been updating the PPA, power purchase agreements. Initially, we started with the sample PPA available from Solar Energy Corporation of India. Subsequently, based on experience, we have made certain technical modifications as well as commercial modifications, particularly introduction of repowering option, because we are entering into PPA for 25 years. We are still not certain what kind of a technology changes will take place, and the developer should have the option of improving the solar panels or the inverters or whatever kind of improvement they can do. And our system, because we have our own grid up to 33 kV level, so that has immense capacity which can be easily unlocked and utilized. So that gives more flexibility to the developers, and we have incorporated certain penalty clauses to ensure that the developer tries to maintain the plants to the best of the capacity, and we get the maximum renewables out of it. Here is just a slide where we show that green color pattern shows that the generation of solar, and blue is from the DISCOM, and the reverse blue which you see in the bottom direction, that shows that the power is being exported to the grid. So basically the generation of the station, this is for the Faridabad corridor, where we have been able to meet daytime